family has been fostering children into our home. Fostering is just basically taking care of someone else's child in your home, and they come to stay with you because their mum and dad can't take care of them properly themselves.
We chose to foster because we were happily married, 2 kids of our own who were growing up, plenty of space, still loads of love to give. So we decided to help other children who maybe weren't as fortunate as our two to have a home life and a family.
I think it was always at the back of our mind what effect it was going to have on our own children. But at the time we started, our own children were kind of teenagers, and we kind of hoped that they were mature enough to handle it at the time, really, didn't we?
Well, yeah, but it brings its own challenges for them as well, because you're taking in children younger, especially for the youngest in the family. It's hard in our case, our son was the youngest, and he found some of the children challenging because they wanted a lot of mommy's attention, which he didn't like sharing.
When my parents first told me that we were going to start fostering, I didn't really understand exactly what it meant because I didn't really know anybody who did foster. But I was kind of excited because I thought it'd be cool to have children come into your house and just something different. Well, we're fostering since I was about 13. I was in first year in secondary school, and we've had, I think, about 30 children come in and out.
We're just 5 years fostering now, in the end of April.
Yeah, so a few of them have been longer term, like a year plus, and then there's been some here for respites for a couple of days,
holidays,
weekends, weeks, yeah.
Which is respite, and that is for children that are in care with families that need a break. If they bring a lot of challenges and that into the family go on a holiday or need a break, that they have to put the children into respite, which is moved to another family. So we've done quite a bit of that too. At the moment we have a little girl. She's 20 months old. She came to us when she was just 3 months. Has never been a problem from the time she came. She has big smiles from the minute she came in the door. She's just that type of child, a little friendly thing, loves attention, loves someone to play with, carry her around. So she's at a point now where maybe she's a little bit spoiled, really, because you just can't help yourself with her. She's adorable. And we have an 18-year-old boy, Craig is his name, who comes back to us on respite maybe 3-4 times a year. And he's 18 and a half now, and he's actually asked if he could continue to come back to us because he gets on really well with our own kids, Erica and Adam. He gets on really well with them. Craig has his own issues in life. He has Asperger's and ADHD. So we were a little bit dubious at the time when we were asked to take him because of his age and that, but we're glad we did because it really has been a great experience.
Yeah, I think he's been coming to us since he's been around 16. So
yeah. It's been a good experience with Craig, and it has shown another side, I suppose, of life, challenges that he has to face, that we never had to worry about or think about.
What has your experience in foster care been like?
My experience has been limited. I was fostered when I was 1.5, and I've been with the same family since, living in Leixlip.
What's it like going to stay with a new family?
It's very nervous, when I say scary, it's an anxious thing. I never know what to expect. Especially if there's kids there that are my age. I hope I don't make an idiot of myself. It's good because I'm able to talk to you and Adam.
Fostering is looking after somebody else's child who's in the care of the HSE, and usually it's where a child is going to go home at some stage or where there's contact with the child's family. Usually what happens is that somebody who's interested in fostering will ring up the social work department. They'll tell us that they're interested. We'll go through the criteria and then we decide whether they can be assessed or not. So we would go out, and a social worker will go out and they will assess a couple or a single person to foster, and that can take anything from kind of 4 months up to a year to do. They have to be fairly stable financially and in their own personal life. They also have to be quite well mentally and physically. But apart from that, you can be single, you can be in a couple, you can be gay, you can be straight. There isn't really specific criteria.
We received some good support, and then at times we didn't receive support. Like from our own extended family, we've obviously always had a lot of support. And initially we've had support from the HSE and that, but at times
It's not always easy to get it.
yeah, it's not easy. You have to fight for a lot of what you get sometimes.
But ideally, what you would try and do is get to know the child, what their needs are, and then we really need to know our foster care as well, what their capacity is and what they can offer. So that's how we would best try and do it. We'd also try and get foster carers from different backgrounds, different nationalities, so that we have as wide a pool of foster carers to choose from. Well, there's lots of different reasons why children are in care. Some of them may simply be because a mum has to go into hospital and she doesn't have any support to look after her children. Or it could be where mum or dad have mental health problems or addiction problems. It may be because there's a lot of stress in the family. There could be physical abuse or sexual abuse or emotional abuse. So it can be lots of different reasons. At the moment, I'm a fostering social worker. So basically what I do is I assess people to become foster carers, and what that involves is going out and interviewing them in their own home and then doing more formal checks on them in terms of Garda checks and medicals and all of that. I also support placements, support and monitor placements where children are in care with foster carers.
Sometimes it can be quite hard, like to know what it is the child needs to make them comfortable in the house, but you kind of just have to sit by, let them know you're there, and let them come to you gradually.
I think smaller children are harder because they don't understand what's going on. They have a social work dropping them to a strange place, strange people, and they just don't know how to handle it. So I think initially you're trying to distract them, or basically see if they want to play, or bring them outside, play on the trampoline, just to kind of get them distracted from what's going on. You know, it's a big thing being dropped into a place where you don't know anyone.
I don't think fostering has really changed me that much, but it's certainly opened my eyes to what some children have to suffer, and showed me how lucky we are and I am to have just, I suppose, a perfect family.